Yes! I'll be right back. Everything okay? Okay. Wait till a few more people come in and then we'll start, y'all. If you can get some pen and paper. Hey everybody, I'm coming in 1 second. Okay. Okay, we got a few people in here to start. Okay. So, where's my cards? My cards over there. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my cards for when I do the second part. So, I'm only going to spend 30 minutes on each part. Okay, so I may talk fast because today is kind of like my rest day. And I'm really not supposed to be on here working. But I wanted to share this with you guys real quick to kind of start off your week and to kind of talk about a little bit about the class that I'm having next week. So you guys know I'm having a class next Saturday and Sunday. It's a spiritual warfare class. And so the class is a lot around spiritual warfare attacks, how to actually identify what spiritual warfare is, what tools do you need to use in order to combat spiritual warfare, and then how to actually heal and grow and accelerate out of spiritual warfare. Because spiritual warfare does mess up your timelines and it throws your energy off. Okay, so hello everyone, welcome. My name is Tiffany from 7th Harmony Place. For those of you who are new here, Thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit the follow, tap, 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 tap. For those that are returning, thank you so much, community, for supporting me. I love you guys so much. And again, yes, we're having a spiritual warfare course next week. It is 2 days. It is a fundraiser event that I'm doing to help to accelerate and push my school so that I can get it at different locations and travel and things of that sort. So that's what I'm doing it actually for, because, child, I'm actually cramming a lot in my schedule. Okay? I have an echo going on. Do you guys, am I echoing anybody? Hopefully my headphones shouldn't be hooked up. Am I echoing for anybody else before we start? No. Okay. So you're going to have to go out and come back in. You're going to have to go out and come back in. Okay, so today we're going to talk about timelines. We're going to do a little bit of a timeline exercise today. We're going to talk about timelines, manifestations in the quantum field. Okay? How many of you are ready to shift timelines? I'm going to do this for 30 minutes. It's 4:02. I'm going to go to 4:32, and then I'm going to do a 30-minute reading. Okay? Now, we are going to review over timelines, okay, different types of timelines, and then we're going to talk about the manifestation. We're going to talk about quantum field or quantum field and manifestation, okay? I really, really want you to pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm going to try to speak as slow as possible because I know I talk fast. Please make sure that you are taking notes if you need to, or screenshot what I'm about to actually put up on here, okay? It's just something quick. I just did it with my own handwriting. So, yeah. Okay, y'all like my handwriting? All right, so we're going to talk about timelines and how that correlates with your manifestation. These are the main timelines. You have your karmic timeline, which is your unhealed contracts that you have or unhealed trauma that you have. Okay, karmic timeline. Okay, so karmic timelines and unhealed contracts will look like martyrdom contracts, people-pleasing contract, servitude contracts, witch wound contracts, things of that sort. That is what a karmic timeline would look like. Okay, and it shows up in your field now based off of the habits and the way that you respond to things. The next one is going to be the shadow timeline. The shadow timeline is where you get dark magic, where you have dark magic and you get spiritually attacked. Usually if something is attacking you in your sleep or something is attacking you, that is a sign that you are on a shadow timeline and you need to shift timelines, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. Okay, the next one is going to be, thank you for the FYP. If you guys could hit the FYP, I would really appreciate that. Okay, that would be this one, when you're under dark magic and you're under spiritual attacks. Yes, people are going to always attack you, even when you get on your divine timeline, but it's not going to hit you. It's not going to hit you. The envy, the projection, the magic, whatever they're doing is not going to affect you. And that's why some people be like, well, how is it that I'm doing magic and it's not working? And it's because you shifted from one timeline to the other timeline. So that is the shadow timeline. The next one is the neutral timeline. The neutral timeline is the timeline that you have not chosen yet. This is like you're in between shadow, karmic, and divine and quantum. Okay, you're in the in-between, neutral timeline. Make sure y'all take a screenshot with my face looking kind of okay. Because I'll be looking kind of crazy. I look crazy now. I'm like in my pajamas. I'm cooking for my kids today. So that's why I only got an hour on here. I'm making them some, well, Rihanna's making a turkey and seafood salad. I'm doing the collard greens, sweet potatoes, and macaroni and cheese. And she's doing the meat. So yeah, so we kind of split up because that's our expertise of cooking. But anywho, so that's the neutral timeline. The next one is going to be your divine timeline. Your divine timeline is your flow and your alignment. How many of you, comment below, just raise your hands or say me, whatever you want to feel comfortable saying. How many of you feel like you're on your divine timeline? How many of you feel like you're in a flow? You feel like you're Okay, I want to put it right here. Here you go. Y'all can take a picture. Yeah, right there. Okay. How many of you feel like you're in your divine timeline, like you're on a flow? How many of you can say that? Yes, Tiffany, I'm on a flow. I am manifesting. I'm in my provision. I'm working with my angels. I feel so connected to higher source, most high God right now. I feel like I'm in the throne. I get up every day and work on my throne. I sit on my throne. Okay, every single day I go to the throne room. I visualize myself sitting on my throne and carrying out what I need to do like a queen that I am. How many of you feel like that? Okay, if you feel like that, then you are on your wonderful and beautiful divine timeline. Now let's go a little higher. Let's go a little higher than divine. Let's go up to the, you did? Okay. Let's go up to the quantum acceleration. Now we're in the quantum acceleration. Now comment below if you've ever seen people literally go from an overnight success. They literally went from having no sales to their sales skyrocketing through the roof. Comment if you've ever seen somebody that happened to somebody, or you've seen that happen like in the physical, or you may have heard people say, you know what, I don't know what happened. Like one day my business just went kaboom. Okay. That is when you jump into the quantum acceleration. I want you to think about that as the quantum acceleration. And that is the timeline divine, but it operates from your oversoul. Do you guys know what an oversoul is? You guys know what the oversoul is? Okay. I think I talked about this before, where we talked about oversoul before. But I'm going to give you guys the perfect definition for operating in your oversoul. Okay. How are y'all feeling tonight? I hope y'all feeling great. I know what it is, but y'all, I just like to read because, you know, I be wanting to make sure that y'all are getting it together, you know, getting the definition of it. Okay. So when you're talking about an oversoul, the oversoul is an eternal and undivided self. It's the pure flame of you that sits beyond time, lifetimes, and fragmentation. It is the God-coded aspect of your being self. So basically, it's a version of your higher self, but on a higher another level. And that's what this is, quantum acceleration. So when you're in quantum acceleration, when you got from divine and now you're in quantum acceleration, and you can activate this timeline, now you're operating from an oversoul. Okay? When you want to shift from one timeline to another timeline to another time to another timeline, you have to start responding from authority and not your words. In my divine leadership and spiritual authority class, that is what I'm going to teach all about authority and how to step into your actual divine leadership and what that actually looks like and entail. Okay, my divine leadership and spiritual authority class starts September the 9th. It's 3 weeks. We meet once a week. Okay. All right. Now, yeah, so your personal soul is your incarnated self. That's this part of your soul. You know how when you come and you can feel somebody's energy, that's the personal soul. Your oversoul is basically your eternal self. It's the part of yourself that never dies. Okay, so how do we shift out of this? The next one we're going to talk about, and you may have never heard of this. You could probably Google it. You probably never heard of this. If somebody did, comment below. If you have, if you see it, comment below. Okay. But you probably never heard of timeline plus reversal and regressions. Now, this is something that's a little different, okay? It is part of the Archangel Metatronic technology when you are wanting to step in, learning about soul contracts and timelines. I'm going to teach this in my Tier 3 program. So I'm giving you a little bit of different programs and what I'm teaching and things of that sort. And mainly my teaching style, the way it's going into, is to teach you so that you can teach other people. Okay, y'all with me so far? So this is called Timeline Plus. I'm going to hold it out there so you can take a picture. Okay, is it in there? Okay, take a picture. This is Timeline Plus reversal and regression. So let's explain this. So you say, okay, Tiffany, I feel like I'm on a shadow timeline. Somebody said they're on a shadow timeline. I really want to get into my divine timeline. I'm tired of being spiritually attacked. I'm tired of people throwing magic at me. I'm tired of always suffering. I'm tired of being delayed. I'm tired of being stagnant. I want to shift my timeline. Okay. So in order for you to shift your timeline, you need to first figure out which one you're on, which is one is the shadow, but then you also have the T plus and a T negative timeline that you could be on. And this is how you operate on an everyday basis. So let's say I'm on a shadow timeline. My everyday, my overall energy is on a shadow timeline. But in the present, this is the present. Sometimes you'll go from a T plus into a T negative. So you may start out with a good day where you're feeling like your energy is stabilized, but then something pulls you back into a karmic lock, and now you're on a forward negative timeline. You feel what I'm saying? So this is basically your everyday from scale from 0 to 5 on negative. Where's my pen at? On a negative standpoint over here and a positive standpoint. So when we start right now, you're currently at a present, you're at a 0. We're all at a 0, whether we're on a negative or positive side. Then you say, okay, I want to experience something different today. So when you experience something different today, you go to immediate shift. If you don't experience something today, then you can be on a delayed loop if you're on a shadow timeline. You see what I'm saying? So depending on how you're moving throughout the day, depending on this chart. So you're like, okay, boom, I'm having a great day. I'm shifting my energy. I feel like getting up, walking around. I just feel like doing something different. I feel different. Then you go, yes, you can take a picture. Then you're going to go, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it back so you can take another one. Let me finish explaining it. Then you go from the immediate shift to the stabilized shift. Now you're like, I'm in a flow. I'm getting up every day. I'm working out. I'm getting up every day. I'm drinking my tea. I'm getting every day. I'm in prayer. I'm in meditation. Now I feel in the shift. So now I could quantum leap. And we're going to talk about the quantum field in a second. Now I could quantum leap into something different. And when you get into the quantum field, we're going to talk about more about the quantum field. The quantum field is where it holds your frequency at. You can't manifest, you can't jump into another timeline, you can't go into certain things until you actually master your shift, your energy, and get into the quantum field, the quantum leap. Then your destiny anchors in. Then you're working and operating from your oversoul. This is all from 0 to 5 on the positive side. This is the T positive, the T plus side. This is a timeline plus side. Okay? So a lot of you that said you're in your divine timeline, now you're ready to work right here in the 3 plus, 4 plus, and the 5 plus. You're ready to work in a quantum leap, destiny anchor, and your oversoul. So you can take a picture again. Please don't put my face in it. Okay, you can take a picture. All right. All right. Now let's talk about people who are negative. You know how you always meet them negative Nancy people, who you always meet them people who their energy is not right. They just feel like they're, there's something's off with them. They feel very negative. They feel like they're of something else. They're probably operating off a reversal timeline and a regression timeline. You ever meet somebody and everything is going wrong in their life? They're like losing everything. Everything is like, whoa, what is going on right now in my life? It's like one thing after another. It's because they're on a timeline of regression. Yes, they're on a timeline of regression. They're on a reversal timeline. So the reversal timeline, this is what they're operating on. They're operating on a delay loop, a regression cycle in 2 negative, a shadow spiral. They're operating on a karmic lock. Basically, their destiny wheel and their whole timeline is locked, gridded into a karmic lock. And then they're operating an ancestral collective loop. These are people who work in the collective, but they're actually not healing. They're actually operating in a shadow timeline, dark magic attacks. They could be ciphering energy, things of that sort. They're working in this type of loop. And this is really, really bad. The further you come down, the badder, the worse it gets there. Okay, so this is how people operate in reversal and regression energy. I had a client, I did a timeline adjustment for a client. He was operating off of these two here, and I helped him to get over onto these timelines over here into his shift so that he can get into his quantum and get into his destiny. So this is the type of work that I do. I go in, I help people to shift their timelines from delayed timelines, stagnant timelines, paused timelines, and to shift timelines where things are starting to happen and things are starting to adjust. Okay, so that is that one that is called the Timeline Plus. What's my time? Okay, I'm doing good. Now we're going to talk about quantum field. How many of you have heard of the quantum field? 88 in the chat. How many of you have heard of the quantum field? Hey, Tiffany, take a picture, okay? I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel. Okay, so if you want to rewatch it, the rewatch will be on my YouTube channel. So this is the quantum field that we're going to talk about now. The quantum field, I love the quantum field. I don't know if I have my book up here. It's called the Akashic Record Working in the Quantum Field. It may be downstairs. I don't see it up here. But I've been using that book for 7 years now. I absolutely love it. It does teaches you how to work in the actual quantum field. What is the quantum field? The quantum field is where your energy holds at of all your timelines. So in order to access your Akashic records, I have to get into the quantum field of your energy, all of that around you. And so the quantum field is basically layers of your energy that holds all your timelines. And this quantum field holds all of your contracts, everything that's in your Akashic record and Akashic field. It's really big. It's the womb of all timelines. This is where it also holds your decrees and your frequencies. Okay, so if you get up, what does it mean by, oh, they hold my decree and frequency? So if you get up every day and you say, I decree and declare that I am wealthy today. My vault is in the overflow. I'm in full alignment. I operate in obedience. I operate in divine flow. Okay, that is something that I decree and declare over my life every single day. You want to command and decree every day. Like my skin, you guys, I don't got nothing on my skin. It looks so radiant. I don't know. I was just looking at it. I'm like, my skin look kind of nice today. But anywho, that is how you going to understand your frequency. Sorry, y'all. But that is how you're going to understand your frequency. You're going to understand your frequency because you're going to understand how your actual decree and command is over your life. How many of you woke up today and decree and declared over your life today? Raise your hand if you decree and declared over your life today. Come on. Come on. And then we're gonna do a timeline in a second, okay? Did y'all do it today? Did y'all do your work today? Cherry did it. Okay, Cherry. Thank you, sister. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys in a second what you're going to decree and declare. There are almost 3 to 4 things that you need to be declaring every single day. Matter of fact, let's do it now. Write it down. Let's write it on this paper. Let me see if I can write it on this paper. So the first thing that you want to decree and declare today is that your vault is protected. Okay, now if you want, you can do your vault or your destiny wheel. I do both because I have a destiny, okay? But you could do your vault and you could do your destiny wheel is protected. The second thing is you want to make sure and declare that your wealth is operating in an overflow. Hopefully I can fit this over here on here. Okay. You want to make sure, decree and declare that my vault is protected, my destiny is protected, my wealth is operating in an overflow. Oh, and I'm operating in divine flow. We want to be operating in divine flow. Obedience. Okay, anything else I forgot? Let's see. Okay. Am I forgetting anything? I got everything? Yeah, your covenant. Okay. Okay. Here we go right here. Okay. All right. So let me put this on a separate paper, because this is good. You guys need this one. I thought I got enough paper, but I didn't. Okay, so this is what you're going to do every day, and you could do it over the morning. This is your decrees you're going to do. The first one is your covenant. Okay, you want to make sure I'm seated in the throne of God. I talked about that at the beginning of the live. Always visualize yourself sitting on your throne every day. Okay. The next one is protection and authority. That you're speaking from a place of authority. The next one is your timeline command. You can say, oh, I'm operating from my highest and divine timeline. Okay. The next is your wealth and provision. Child, I work a lot on my vault destiny and operating obedience. The next one is your visibility and your voice. If you are somebody that has a platform or you work online, you should always be covering your voice and your visibility daily from mimics and copycats. Every day you should be doing it. Okay, every day. Because people like to steal, people like to copy, people like to mimic, people will gather all your information and then regurgitate it into their own flow. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for your morning decrees. And then in the evening, you want to do cleansing in the evening, gratitude, and oversoul integration. Okay, every day you should be checking your oversoul or your higher self. Okay. This is going to be night. I'm going to give it to you guys in 1 second. Give me 1 second. And then this is the morning. Okay, I'm doing good for time. We just got to. Okay, so there's the picture of you guys can take a picture. This is what you need to be doing every single day. Under no circumstances should you be missing these steps. Okay, everybody got it? So you are going to decree and declare that your covenant is sealed underneath God. Please, this is very important. Also, your protection and your authority is intact. I decree and declare that my divine soul is protected. My wealth is protected. My destiny will is protected. All of that. You want to decree and declare your authority is protected. Okay. I place Archangel Michael at my gates. No counterfeit, no mimics may pass. That's your protection or authority. Your timeline command. I collapse all karmic and counterfeit timelines. Say it with me. I collapse all karmic and counterfeit timelines every day. Collapse them. Okay? Because counterfeit timelines is when people want to come in and steal your destiny, hijack your destiny, and they want to put in place of a counterfeit timeline. So I want to collapse each and every day all karmic timelines, counterfeit timelines. I walk only in divine oversoul timeline today. I'm sorry. I walk only in oversoul timeline today. I command that and decree. You got to command and decree that over your life. The next one is your wealth and your provision. My vaults are open, my provision is multiplied, and my needs are already met in overflow. My vaults are open. We're on the left one. My needs are met, okay? My provision is multiplied. And I operate in an overflow. Tell yourself you operate in an overflow. We're not worrying over here. We're not stressed. We look like I'm stressed. We're not stressing over here. We're not worried over here. We're not bothered over here. We're not doing none of that. We're not doing none of that. Y'all know I'm a different kind of reader and teacher. We're not doing none of that over here. Okay? So we want to operate in an energy that our needs is always divinely already met. And if it ain't met, it ain't meant. If it ain't met, it ain't meant. Say it with me. If it ain't met, it ain't meant. But we want to keep our faith and our trust in God, because God never fails us. He always gives us what we need. Okay? Especially when you're in your soul calling. The next one is visibility and voice. My light cannot be hitting. My light cannot be hidden. My voice carries to the exact souls who are aligned to receive. I only want to attract the souls who are in alignment to receive my teaching, to receive my light, to receive what it is that they need to get from me. I don't want anything else other than the light soul beings that are supposed to be aligned to my teaching. You see what I'm saying? And you have to decree and declare the same thing over your life. I only want my collective who is aligned to be in the flow with my actual covenant, not anything else. I don't want no demons. I don't want no watchers. I don't want no monitoring spirits. I don't want no karmics, somebody that's just too far going and delusional. I don't want anything of the sort. I want my voice carries to the exact souls who are aligned to actually receive. I used to pray that over my life every day when I first started my journey, because I used to get betrayed so much by people. And I was like, God, just please just only send me the people who are aligned, you know, who have the same soul, the same energy as me, meaning their heart, like they have the same heart. I'm going to say the same heart as me. Okay. I used to pray for that in my journals a lot. Okay. And God he does prevail with that. Okay. All right. Next one, energy flow. Hello. The next one is going to be energy flow. I am a conduit, not a container. I deliver from my oversoul and never from depletion. Okay. Thank you, Ted. Thank you for the gifts. Okay. At night, you're going to cleanse your energy. Remember I told you you're going to always cord cut. Y'all know how to cord cut at night, right? You're going to always cord cut at night. You're going to say, Holy Spirit, Most High God, Archangel Michael with the blue flame sword, I ask that you cut all energetic cords that's tied to my etheric body and soul. Now, I like to go a little further. I like to actually count how many cords I have. It just works more effective and deeper for me. I muscle test and I check. Sometimes, like now, I don't even have to muscle test. It's just like I could hear the number and then I just confirm with the number and stuff like that. It'd be like, oh, it's 20 something. I could hear the thought. It comes through my thoughts. And then I'll be like, oh, it's 20 something cords. And then I cut all the cords. When I first started doing it, I used to have literally, when I was on here reading, I used to have like over 200 cord attachments. And I used to feel so sluggish after my readings. I used to feel so tired after my readings. Like I could barely do zodiac readings. I used to be so tired. And it's because that's one of the reasons is that you could sometimes have too many cords attached to your soul. So you want make cutting cords every night part of your cleansing. I also do sea salt and Epsom salt cleansing on my soul, my aura body at night. And I do wear protective crystals when I sleep. Okay, so you could do black obsidian, labradorite is a great one, cellulite, amethyst, rose quartz, any, high vibrational crystal at night. Show gratitude. I'm always thanking God at the end of the night. God, I thank you so much for this day. Thank you for the people that I'm an actor with. Thank you so much for protecting my family. Thank you for the blessings that you bestowed upon me. Lord God, I just thank you for giving me grace today. Okay? Always show your gratitude. You can do it to your angels. You can do it to your ancestors, whoever it is that you want to do. And the last one is your oversoul integration. Take 5 minutes to say, okay, what does my higher self look like? What does my oversoul look like every single day? Okay, I love that for you. Now, let's get back into manifestation real quick. And then I got to move on to the reading because I only want to be on here for an hour. Now, this is where we're talking about how many of you really do know how to manifest. Manifestation, these are the steps that I want you to take a look. I'm not saying you got to listen to me because that's not the type of person that I am. I'm just dropping gems. You can take what you need, leave the rest for somebody else because sharing is caring. That has always been my motto. If it ain't for you, leave it for someone else because sharing is caring. Okay, all right. So you got manifestation. So the first thing is when you're talking about manifestation, you need to observe and you need to focus on your manifestation. A lot of y'all want houses, cars, money, business, purpose, whatever, right? But you're not focused, sister, bruh. You're not focused. And I need you to get focused. When I'm focused and honed in on my manifestation, it comes very fast like this. And my manifestation portal is very open right now. So you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of the energy. Your manifestation portal and wealth portal could be open, but you're not even tapping into that frequency. You know, you're not even your portals are open, but you're not even using it. You're just letting it sit there and go to waste. And this is why the stuff that you're asking for is not coming to the 3D realm. It may be in the spiritual, but it's not coming in the physical realm because you're not utilizing the actual portal. What is the portal? The portal is your energetic field. It's almost like having a baby. You know how you got to dilate the 10 centimeters to have a baby? It's the same thing with a portal, frequency portal. You got a manifestation portal. You got a wealth portal. You have a karmic low percentage and all of that. So depending on how open that portal is, it can close up too. I've seen people energetic portal under literally like 12%, 15%. What is getting through that? Nothing's getting through that. So you want to make sure you are expanding and increasing your manifestation portal. Okay? You want to focus and observe what it is that I truly want. And I always like to recommend people not to overdo it when you're manifesting, because then your energy gets scattered. It gets all over the place, and God don't operate like that. High vibrational frequencies don't operate in scattered energy. They need one thing at a time. Okay. I want to do it all, you know, but they was like, Tiffany, you got to focus, and I need you to focus on your teaching right now. I want to do candles. I want to do teaching. I want to travel. I want to talk. I love being on here with y'all. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm all over the place. And I kind of have the energy to do that, but they want me to hone in and focus so that I'm properly manifesting in the right order. God works in the right order and obedience. The next thing is decree. How do you decree? You're going to decree either through your voice, you're going to write it out, or your thoughts, visualization or thoughts. That is how you do your decrees. Voice, write, or thoughts. After you do that, you need to drop it. And then you need to put yourself into what? Action, movement. Okay? Through obedience. Okay? That is how you're going to do it next. So that's why they say when you're manifesting, visualize and manifest it and then release it and let it go. Release it and letting go means, okay, let the thought, leave your mind, or you don't keep going revisit about it. You don't keep stressing about it. You don't keep worrying about it. Now it's time for you to actually put the action in, the movement in through actual obedience. After that is consistency. I wouldn't be here where I'm at today if I didn't move through consistency. When I first started my Instagram live, I started on Instagram. I had 1 to 2 people on Instagram. Okay, I had some lives, I had nobody on there. I still act like it was people on there, and I've saved it. Maybe people will watch it later. Okay, but I stayed consistent with myself. I didn't rush myself. I didn't feel like I needed to have everything in order to step into what I was stepping in. It's not about the numbers. It's not about how many people show up. It's not about how many people validating you or anything of that. It's about you being consistent with God and what God is calling you to actually do. And when you do that, you automatically magnetize what it is that you're supposed to be magnetizing in according to your vault, your purpose, and your destiny. Okay? Some of you have a certain amount of souls that is underneath, that is supposed to be underneath your covenant in regards to the people who you're supposed to be leading, guiding, helping, healing. If you're a healer, how many souls do you have underneath of your covenant? Do you even know that? I have 144,000 souls that I'm supposed to be having underneath my covenant. Do you know how many you're supposed to have? I checked for one sister. I think she had 100. I think she had 60 or 30, like 30 to 40,000 people. You see what I'm saying? So when you start to work in that, when you start to, you said none, just you. When you're a healer and you're working in this work, I probably helped over a lot of people, a whole lot. Because this is my second TikTok account. So the influence grows and grows the more you elevate and the more you learn and things of that sort. Okay? How do you find out? You can either ask Spirit or you can have me check. Okay? Yeah. When I checked, it was 144,000. Okay. All right. And then, so that's it. So, consistency, repetition tells the field that this is permanent. So when you repeatedly do something, it's going to tell your quantum field, your energy field, that this is permanent. All right. Do anybody have any questions before I move on to the reading part? Any questions? Okay. Yes. You can ask spirit. Okay. If you're tuned in, you can go ahead and ask. You're welcome, Anaya. You can ask spirit to check in with you, or you can ask, and you can do me. I'm not going to do it on here. All right. What else? Oh, yes. So if you're interested in taking the spiritual warfare class next week, is basically, I kind of work backwards today, because this would be what you would have to focus in after you break down your shadow timeline. Because spiritual warfare sits in shadow timeline. Spiritual warfare sits in the shadow and karmic timeline. It sits in these two timelines. Okay. All right, so now let's move on to the reading here. Yes, yeah. How many souls you think Jesus had? He was an ascended master. Thank you for the gift. Can anybody guess how many souls Jesus probably had? 9 of Cups and a Hermit. Virgo, Cancer. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. So let's see how many souls did Jesus have in his covenant. I think he had millions. You said billions. Let's see. I checked before. I want to say it was millions. Let me see. Oh, he don't have a number cap. His covenant covers every human soul, past, present, and future, but it activates by acceptance and alignment. Metatron shows it like a golden neck stretched across earth. Every soul is touched, but only those who say yes to his covenant is truly locked in. I thought when I checked last time it was millions. Nice. Yeah. It's infinite, right? The whole entire world. They saying timelines too. He got timelines too. Yeah. All souls across timelines and dimensions. Isn't that nice? He's a universal covenant. Infinite souls available. I have thousands under my care this lifetime. Multiply it as I expand. That's nice. God showed you a vision of billions. Wow. That's nice. I love Christ energy. I like Jesus Christ. I be trying to tell people what is going on here in this world. I want to tear Christ's energy apart, and I just be feeling like people just be doing so much, trying to dig to the truth and everything and all of that. Like, it just be like, come on. I don't know. I was looking up the other day, I was looking up the difference between biblical religion and spirituality. Okay, and what I discovered is that I was telling y'all and speaking about how God has taken us to the first timeline. And the first timeline is biblical. The first time would be we're going back to a biblical time. Religion came in when a lot of shadows, demonics, corruption, karmic timelines came in and things of that sort, because they wanted to use religion to control and manipulate the population, right? And so that kept us from our spiritual body and our spirituality of self. And so what God was showing me is that, and we're going to the first timeline quite a few months now, before there was distortion, before there was outlaw when it came to spirituality. Like, that's what we're going, like, back to that. And so, I don't know, I was just looking it up and stuff like that. So some of the teachings in the Bible, it has light codes in it, and some of it does not, you know? And so, yeah, you got the Star, Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles. So all of this, like, oh, you know, this and that, you know, but the Bible is like one of the oldest texts. But you got to remember, you know, we also had life before the Bible, and the Bible wasn't created by Jesus, you know? It was a testimony, like kind of a scribe or scroll of what actually happened. It's just a little bit corrupted. My left ear just rang. Hi, Juanita. That's good. Your left ear is ringing. What does it mean when your left ear rings? I know the right one is somebody talking. Like, justice keep coming out. Libra. Libra keep coming out. Yeah, so make sure you guys sign up for the warfare class. I would love to talk to you guys in deep dive and one-on-one about spiritual warfare. You will get the recording for both days. So if you sign up, you say, Tiffany, I can only make one day or whatever, you know, you'll get the recording of the other day. I'm doing fabulous. I'm cooking dinner for my children. They'll be excited. I'm cooking some greens, some macaroni and cheese, some sweet potatoes. Yeah. My daughter making my famous, wonderful seafood salad. I'll probably eat the whole bowl. It'd be so good. Ace of Pentacles. So let's get another message here. If you're new here, thank you and welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I am your spiritual wealth alchemist and an esoteric knowledge teacher and reader. And so we're going to be doing a reading. Thank you so much for those. It's 4:44 on the clock, so that means it's divinely meant for us to start our reading. We just did a lesson. I'm going to repost the lesson. If you missed the lesson, it'll be reposted on my YouTube in regards to timelines, decrees, quantum fields, and manifestation, how it actually works. We forgot to do an exercise on how to shift timelines, so I'm going to do that at the end of the reading. Don't let me forget, y'all. Don't let me forget at the end of the live for us to do, I want to do a meditation. I want to show you guys how to actually shift timelines. 10 of Pentacles, okay? All right, let's see here. Spirit, show me. What's the message, Holy Spirit, angels, and guides? I evoke the energy of Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, and Raphael. We thank you at this time. Judgment in the Ace of Pentacles. I decree and declare that I operate from my oversoul and my highest vibration and energy to bring a message to the collective in the highest form of vibration and energy. What message would you like for them to hear today, Most High God, from the throne room? What message would you like for them to hear today? The Eight of Pentacles and a Tower card. Okay, so Empress. Okay, so some of you are starting to feel like you're meant for something more and greater. Your soul could be yearning right now, because the Tower gives me like universal energy. It's coming out again. Yeah. Some of you are Eight of Pentacles and a Star. How beautiful. Some of you, Aquarius, Virgo energy. Some of you here could be really feeling like you're yearning for something more. Three of Wands. You could be really seeking for more direction here when it comes to your star energy. Like, you know, your healing, your chakras. You got the Five of Cups with the King of Wands. Okay, please do not beat yourself up about dealing with a warlock or karmic. Okay, some of you here could be, you know, I don't want y'all to be stuck in that loop. Okay, I really don't. I try not to read that energy if I could help it. You know, sometimes if it comes out, that's fine. But I don't want y'all to be stuck on karmic loop timelines. And sometimes when we get in our emotions and our feelings, you got to understand your emotions is literally the biggest frequency that you hold is your emotions. Next is your mental state, and then after that is your physical state, okay? It's your emotions, your mental, and then the physical, okay? Those are the lineup right there. Your emotions is the biggest part of your actual frequency is your emotions, because when you feel good, when you feel down, that are the things a reflection of your manifestation. If you feel good, you're going to manifest high vibration. If you feel down and depressed, you're going to manifest delays and setbacks and loops. So there's something here that I feel like your soul is starting to like yearn and call for something out in regards to like work, purpose, all of that. You want to wish fulfillment. Some of y'all are star seeds here. I'm hearing galactic star seeds and hybrids. Okay, I'm seeing Lumerian. I'm seeing Lumerian and Lyrian. Okay, in here. I'm getting a big energy of starseed in here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Syrian. So some of y'all in here are Syrian in here. Palladians are here. Lyrians. I feel Lyrian energy here. Yeah, Lyrians are in here. And they're the biggest vibration and frequency that I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling Lyrian and hybrid. Somebody here could be a hybrid soul. And then Lyrian and Palladians are the biggest ones right here now. And then I'm feeling Syrians. Okay, and then Arcturians and Andromedians are here. Okay, those are the most ones that I'm feeling here right now. Let's see. I love the Arcturians and Andromedian. Let's see. I love the Arcturians and Andromedian. Sorry, somebody was calling. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. So you're going from the 8 to the 9 of Pentacles. Some of you here could be very abundant here. But what are you sad about? Is some of you feeling lonely or something? Maybe you feel lonely at the top. I'm getting somebody that feels lonely at the top. Or you're going to be feeling like this. You're going to be like, I don't have love in my life. I don't have friends literally like that in my life. Some feels like lonely at the top here. It's just me and my bird. Okay. It's just me and my chicken and bird. That's it. Me, you and your meat. Yeah, somebody here just feel Hierophant in the Page of Swords. You could be like a meat connoisseur. Like you like steaks and chicken. I don't know why I'm picking that up. But you could be like a meat connoisseur. You like to switch your chicken, roast your chicken, grill your chicken, all of that. Like the beef, the steak, and everything. Like somebody here, hey. Somebody here is like a meat connoisseur. You like, look, it's just me and my food. Like, it's just me and what I like to eat. Okay. So you're going to be feeling like kind of lonely right now. But you're healed. You've been healing. Okay. Somebody else does miss you too. Okay, I just seen the King of Swords at the bottom there. It could be an Aquarius that misses you. What else as well as here? Somebody, yeah, look at this. 6 of Pentacles. You're getting a lot of support. You're getting a lot of support from the community. The community is supporting you. You're breaking free from mental mindsets that kept you stuck in regards to what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You're moving out of that. 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm really getting somebody here leaving friends, jobs, family, lovers. Like you're just leaving a lot behind. A lot of things could be shifting. You could be in the middle of a timeline shift. A lot of things are shifted for you, and you're focused on stability with all these pentacles out here. You're understanding that you have to like create your wealth in your life all around you. I'm getting like all around you. So your mental health has to be wealthy. Your emotional health has to be wealthy. Your life around you has to be wealthy. Your home, your state of being and all of that. It's like you're starting to like really realize here, you know, what's really of value to you. And it's not anybody here that kept you stuck. Like, you don't want to deal with nobody at the job that's keeping you stuck. You don't want no lover that's cheating on you, keeping you stuck. Yeah, you closing it out. And that's what's great. Get you to the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles. You're closing it out. You're breaking free. You're not letting nobody disturb you, distract you. You could be seeing numbers like 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 6, 7, 8, 9 here. You could be seeing 3, 3, 3. But yeah, this is beautiful. Like, you're not playing. Like, you're not dealing with nobody at the job that you can't trust. What did I say? 3 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, 8 of Wands. You're not talking to no sneaky energies. You're not collaborating with no sneaky energies. 8 of Swords, the 4 of 6 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords. Like, the 3 of Swords gives me past betrayal that you've already moved from. This is beautiful. You're moving into calmer waters and you're closing out cycles, chapters, karmic loops. I'm getting karmic loops and stuff where you kept getting robbed here of your purpose, your destiny, where you were supposed to be going. You're really like in a new journey and you're breaking free. You're not taking a journey to this anymore. You're like, I'm done with that. I'm done with that cycle. And now you're going into the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're realizing here that nobody here is going to push in regards to like how you're going to do something. It could be even like you're taking wealth building very serious. You're taking legacy serious. You're taking your ancestral legacy serious. So you just feel like anybody that's not taking something like this serious, you're going to do it on your own. That's just what I'm getting. Somebody here is focusing, like you honed in and focused on your own level up, on your own stability. Yeah, you're making judgment calls now. For some of you, you're not doing anything unless you get like a reading or a message from it. You got the devil, the lovers, and the king of swords. You have a king of swords here that is super obsessed with you, that is very demonic here. They're wondering if they have a chance to come back. And I feel like, no, they don't. They're getting the messages from your guides and your angels and stuff that they can't come back. They got the clarity and truth that they can't even step to you. And it's because the frequency and shadow that they hold. They're on a shadow in a dark timeline, and that's not what you're entertaining anymore. So I feel like you're being very judgmental about the people that surround you. You're being very judgmental about your job, your work, your career, your money. You could be even being more stricter when it comes to your finances as well, too. I love that for you. Yeah, look, Tower, look. And that's called I love myself. That's called I love myself. And I will align to the people who I need to align to when the time is right. Leo energy. The Sun, the Queen of Wands, the 2 of Swords. Yeah, you are really, really looking at something in a different perspective. You could be a Leo. You could be an Aries. Okay? You could have air in your chart. Scorpio, Aries, whatever. Okay? That's nice. You're not listening to nothing. I'm not listening to nothing that's janky. The minute I hear somebody, like if I watch a reading and somebody start talking janky stuff, I don't want to hear it. I'm not absorbing nothing that's not supporting my higher calling, my higher self, my higher frequency. And I know what that feels like. So I know what that operates in. So I'm not supporting anything of a sort. So if an ex want to be mad, he can get glad. Okay, if he want to be in demonic energy, he could get glad with him and his demons. Get somebody and find somebody else to do it. You know, if friends are feeling like, oh, she's acting different, I am. Okay, it's called truth serum over here. I am acting different because I'm not entertaining nothing on no stagnant, delayed, looped timeline. You know what I'm saying? 7 of Swords. We done been through this rundown. And unfortunately, that's why somebody's going to be feeling lonely at the top. Okay? With the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. And you're okay with that. Because something is being fueled by purpose. Driven by legacy. Driven by, service. It's something that's being fueled and awakened up into you. I'm getting chills. I'm getting like activists. I'm getting like humanitarian vibes. I'm getting calling vibes. I'm getting all of that. it's like you're ready. It's like the time for something now. I wouldn't be surprised it's the Temperance and the Hierophant come out. Because it's like really defining time for something now. You know? You like cut the checks, cut the energy. Look, the Wheel of Fortune. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not, yeah, look, Knight of Cups, that's what's bringing in your love. Knight of Cups in the King of Cups here. Somebody that want to date you that's not in Page of Cups, Page of Swords, Page of Energy. They coming straight off the back in King of Cups and Knight of Cups energy. This is somebody that's emotionally available and that's serious about dating you. They're not coming with no petty stuff. Knight of Cups and the King of Cups is nice to come. This is somebody that's coming to emotionally nurture you and care for you and be there for you. They got a lot of love to give. This is somebody that has a lot of love to give no matter what their zodiac sign is. This person is emotionally available. This person has boundaries. They stand their ground. And that's what you want. You want that because that's what you do for yourself, right? You love yourself. You're in the energy of loving yourself. You're in the energy of pouring into yourself. So you want somebody that does the same thing. King of Cups, Knight of Cups. And that's what you're attracting. The same, like you want the same type of heart and vibes. Okay, I love that. That's coming out of nowhere. Okay, but you deserve it. Somebody here deserves it. Yeah, look at that. You got the Strength card and you got the Ace of Cups. Yeah, you're taking action and counting and betting on yourself. Yeah, you don't want nothing to do with these people that just want sex, and that's it. You don't want none of these. Somebody here don't want nothing to do with nobody that's keeping them stuck, that's lustful, that ain't got no substance, they ain't got nothing. But yeah, you don't want none of this fish in this Page of Cups. I love that for you. Somebody is coming in here with the real deal. This is somebody that has honor. They have integrity. They got their own covenant. I'm not getting Leo energy. I'm getting like this person holds the spiritual energy of a strength. Like they hold a very strong energy. This is somebody that has boundaries. They tame themselves. They got integrity. They got like, I'm just keep hearing boundaries. Like this is a man here that sticks to the like he sticks to the program of his oversoul. He loves himself, whoever this is, and you love yourself. Like it's like two Ace of Cups out here are meeting each other. It's an overflow of love. You have an overflow of love that you have for yourself, and so does this energy do here. And this could be even that you're attracting friends like this, people who are really going to support you, people who want to be like, you know what, collective, Tiffany, whoever. You need this, we got it. We want to make sure this get done. It's like you're attracting energies like that. People who, and I feel like you've never had that before with the Five of Cups. Like I feel, see the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck? It's like I'm crying over the people I lost and the situations I lost. But I really feel like you've never ever had someone fully like pour into you and support you from a whole nother level. Yeah, that's what you're getting. You ain't gonna, like, somebody here ain't even gonna know what this even, like, you're not gonna even know how, like, what to even do. It's a different trajectory here that you're on. Give me more here. I can't make it up. Look. These people are going to, I swear to God, somebody here is attracting people that wants to pour and nurture them. Ace of Wands with the Queen of Wands. You're attracting your soul tribe that wants to love on you, pour on you, support your ventures, show up to everything that you're doing, put in the time, the energy, and everything that you're attracting this. You're attracting passionate souls into your life, whoever you are. And it's because you're the Queen of Cups. I told you, you're attracting, whether this is a lover or friends or whoever, you're attracting people that is on the same frequency, same vibration as you because of your heart. Like, I got chills. I feel like I want to cry because I feel like you've never had that before. Something about your heart. Because the Strength card, Leo energy, and Leo energy rules the heart. Like, that's what you're attracting. You're attracting loving people into your life. People who are going to love you, whether you got, whether you look crazy, messed up, or whatever. Look, I can't make it up. Look, you're attracting the right tribe of people into your life, the right energies. The people who want to actually make you happy, put the work in. Nine of Cups. These are people that take pride and joy in seeing the people around them happy. Like, look at this. They take pride and joy in seeing the people around them. Look at this. Six of Pentacles, the Strength, the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. Look. You're attracting people who is going to take, don't worry, we got it. Don't worry, we're going to make sure we're going to, what you need, what context you need, what service, how can I help, what you need. They going to keep asking you what you need. Whether this is a man coming in and doing it, this could be a man coming in, keep saying what you need, or this is your actual tribe coming in saying what you need. You manifested this. I love this. I love this for you. Who in here manifested this? It was been a slow time coming because the devil here, the devil in these karmics, you've been partnering up with the devil in these karmics for a very long time. Did y'all manifest this? Because this is coming in. This is nice. I feel like you're going to be so shocked with the tower in the middle of the reading. Yeah. This is not, you're not going to see it with the Two of Swords. You're not going to see it. You so radiant right now. You so radiant. You so in your power. You could be like I'm getting the energy where it's like you're not afraid to speak your truth. Oh, I love this for you, man. I really do. Whoever this is resonating for. This is so nice. This is so nice. You may feel a little lonely now. It's because God had you in a space of healing. God had you in a space of healing with the Star and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, look, but I'm telling you, it's coming. You're getting a passionate new beginning here in everything in your life. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. I decree and declare right now over your life that you're getting a passionate new beginning. You're getting a passionate new beginning in your purpose, in your wealth, your bank account, your friends, your family around you, your lovers around you. You're getting ushered in a new line of divine masculines that's coming in towards you, that want to support you, that want to help you, that want to pour into you. You're getting a new, fresh energy here that's coming in, and it's not going to be disrupted or disturbed by any demonic energy. It's not going to be disrupted and disturbed by any monitoring spirits. The monitoring spirits don't have nothing to go back and say, but she's doing well. She's healing, and we can't touch her. We can't play on her wounds no more. We can't play on her psyche no more. This is coming in, and this is really beautiful. It's your season. It's your time. And I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who's never been treated with kindness, who's never been treated with nurture, who's never been treated with love, somebody who's never really been heard here, who's been seen here. You could have been somebody here that you didn't feel seen around your family and friends. You could have been somebody here that you felt like you had to be second to your family and friends. This is really amazing and beautiful. And you have to embrace this energy when it comes in. I want you to feel this energy right now. Feel the vibration of having support around you. Feel the vibration of God sending in his helpers, his angels in for you. Feel the vibration here of you stepping into a new timeline where the door is shut to any scarcity mindset, any poverty mindset, any codes that's keeping us on a lower timeline or a lower frequency or a lower, energy here. We're sealing the door to that. We're only welcoming in loving people because we're loving people where our heart is loving. We like to support people. We like to be there for people. We like to help heal everybody. And we don't want that used and abused. You know what I'm saying? You've healed from some type of martyrdom and people pleasing because this is something where you had to go through a season of learning about boundaries. This is why you had to go through that betrayal. This is why God had to remove these people out of your life and cut these people out of your life, because you was in a season here of breaking old cycles and habits. Some things was going on in your life that I'm feeling right now, that God showed me right now. There are some things that was going on in your life that you have no idea that was happening in the spirit realm that God had to purge and cleanse out. Oh my God, there was something here going on in your soul, in your spiritual room, in your life, that I'm telling you right now that God had to clean up. God had to clear it up. And you could be looking like, I don't understand why he betrayed me. I don't understand why she betrayed me. I don't understand why they left my life. I don't understand why I didn't get the job. I don't understand why I got rejected. I don't understand why my wounds keep replaying. It's something here that God had to clear up. God was clearing the delays out. God was clearing the distortions out. God was clearing out certain things that you could be aligned align with people who see you, with people who value you, so that you understand, okay, I'm open to receiving this love. My God, somebody here, they don't even know how to receive love. You have to be open to receiving love. You have to be open to when these type of people come into your life, you know how to handle it. You know how it feels to be treated like this, and you don't know how to handle it. Let me tell you, I was just over at my sister's house, and my sister was treating me with the utmost kindness, that it was something that I had to learn how to process, because I've never had that type of treatment before. I had nobody never have roses and flowers in my room. Made sure that they had whatever wine, whatever food, whatever I needed. I've never had that hospitality before. So this is something here where you're getting a new level of people, soul tribe, family, lovers. For some of you, you're getting divine destined lovers and your kingdom spouses that's coming in your life that's going to actually see you. They're going to want to see you on like shining in your purpose, shining in your calling, stepping into your hybrid. They're not going to ridicule you. They're not going to reject you. They're not going to project onto you. They're not going to try to shame you. They're not going to try to sacrifice. Nothing out here says sacrifice. Nothing out here says block. Nothing out here says stagnant. God is putting you in an accelerated timeline, and he's putting you into an accelerated phase into your life where you're going to be recognized here. And this ain't got to be no fame stuff. This ain't got to be no I'm going viral stuff. I don't like to feed that. I need to be recognized for the people that I pour into, and the people that pour into me, I'm recognizing them. This is about an equal give and take in love and the nurture and the care and the energy and the emotions and the time that we share into each other. That's what it's about. When I tell you God is erasing, he's erasing all of the karmic timelines, and he's putting us on the very first new timeline. Before there was chaos, before there was destruction, before there was distortion, and before demonic forces could come in and put you under contracts without you even knowing. God is erasing that. And I don't know who this is that I'm speaking to, but my God, you're on a new timeline. You're on a new high vibrational frequency. And whoever you are, you're going to be attracting, look, Knight of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. You're attracting like-minded individual, people who are going to love you, people who are solid. The King of Pentacles is loyal and solid. Woo, this is nice. The devil has no dominion over here. No demonic spirit has no dominion over here. When we belong to the covenant of God, no demonic spirit has no delay, can't stop and delay our time and what God has for us. God is standing up, and he's standing in the vengeance and saying, you will no longer delay my chosen people. You will no longer delay my earth angels. You will no longer delay my divine feminines and masculines. You will no longer delay my star seeds who are here on special purposes and missions. You will not distort them. They are free. They're waking up. People are waking up to who they really truly are. They're remembering who they really truly are. And it can't be delayed or stopped. Yeah. Nine of Wands and the Four of Swords. You're tired. You're literally tired with the Nine of Wands and the Four of Swords. And God is about to bring you something in where you're going to be able to rest. Yeah. With supportive friends. I love this. Supportive friends. You're not going to have to ask anybody to support you. You're not going to have to really put. My son said yesterday, Mama, what you been doing different? You've been promoting. I haven't been doing nothing. I've been resting, trusting, obedient, just meditating, praying, doing what I need to do by God. Everything else shows up when it needs to show up. That's what you're ready to go into. You're not going to have to speak 1,000 times to somebody. You're not going to have to deal with people scrolling across your feed and not hitting the like button, but they call you their friend. You're not going to have to deal with people here where they say they're going to do things, but they don't never show up. You're not going to have to deal with finicky and iffy type of people who really say they for you, but they really not for you. That is over. That's what wore you out. That's why you're in the Nine of Wands. Because you was doing the most for people who really weren't doing the most for you. You was doing the most for them. You're no longer in that season. You're in a season of balance here. You're in a season here where people are going to want to celebrate you, whether that's high, low, small, whatever. Wherever you starting at. I'm not talking about frequency. I'm talking about where you start. Maybe you starting down from, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting from the bottom now. I'm here. That's the energy and the vibration that I'm getting. You're there now. I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. God is saying you tired and you got to look. God is saying you're tired and you got to rest because you was pouring into certain covenants. You was pouring into certain energies that was not serving your soul. This ain't about selfishness. This is about an energetic frequency that you hold. And you got to understand that, and you got to see the frequency that you hold. It can't be shared with everyone. One thing God said to me the other day, he said, be very choosy and picky about who you give your energy to. Be very choosy and picky about who you choose to want to help. Be very picky and choosy about the people who you want to surround your energy around. Because I done brought you from some things. I done brought you from some things, some truth and clarity here that you're now seeing. Oh, I see why God removed those people. Oh, I see why God canceled them people. Oh, I see why God told me I had to step back and move around. I see now. So God is saying, since you see, I need you to apply it with the 4 swords. Wow. Beautiful message. I'm going to get this deck. Beautiful message. Whoever this is for, I love it. Whoever this is for, I love it. Beautiful message. Be open. Be open to embrace this change that's coming in. Be open. God wants you to decree. If you in here saying, oh, this ain't my story, you ain't on the timeline we on. You're not on that accelerated timeline. You're not on that divine timeline. But this is my story and the collective story. We done paid our dues. We done did our healing work. We done accelerated our timelines, shifted our timelines, decree, declare. We done been obedient to the Most High God. And I know what covenant and energy that I belong to. So for some of you here, this is wholeheartedly, this is your energy. This is the collective energy. We're not being consumed and controlled by no dark and shadow timelines no more. Yeah, because of our courage and our strength. It takes a lot of courage and strength to want to heal and put the work in, to recognize and see yourself. You know what I mean? People that don't even want to see that they the problem. They don't even want to see that they need healing. I'm trying to tell you, it takes a lot of courage to say, I'm a messed up individual. And there's, okay. Somebody stay like already flagging my stuff. It takes a lot of energy to say that I need to change. I need to see myself. I need to do better. Something ain't right here. Look, protected. You're protected. In all of this, you're protected. You ain't got nothing to worry about. The world card out here twice. You're protected. And I'm getting the protection is grade B by your soul tribe too. Like your soul tribe grade really put you up and put you in this inner circle, and you're going to be protected by whoever this soul tribe that's coming in. It's going to be so beautiful. Whoever you are, it's an unexplainable love that you've never felt before. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you. Okay, praise God. Yeah, pop, child, look at this. I got chills. I got chills. Y'all ain't feeling these chills, the spirit. Oh my God. Like, look at this. It's your power. Didn't I just say your power, your energy? You're going to embrace some type of love that you've never felt before. I'm getting like an island type of love. Look at this. Potential new beginnings. Your new beginning was protected all along. It was just waiting for you to give the yes. You're going to experience some type of miracle in your life because of your hard work and patience to actually see yourself and transform your energy. And for some of this requires you to step into your leadership because you are a leadership. Look at this. Leadership in community. You see what I'm saying? There were some things in your life that you had to release and purify. I'm trying to tell you, God was taking you through that purification space. God was taking you literally through this releasing cycle. You had to go through a cycle of purification. You had to go through a cycle of actual releasing a lot of things in your life. And I'm telling you, my God, a lot of people don't answer that. A lot of people don't answer that. They really be sitting there stuck on a log like, ain't nothing going on, ain't nothing wrong. I don't need to do that, da, 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 da. But you was like, no, I want to do my work. I want to heal. I want to see what it feels like to be on my high timeline. I want to see what it feels like to be in a lack of luxury of wealth. I want to see what God has in store for me. God, what you got in store for me? I want to see it, God. I'm trusting in you. I got faith in you. The transformation is by your design. The leadership is by your design. The new beginning is by your love is by your design. And I want to feel that. I want to see that. So if I got to work on myself, if I got to heal my emotional body, if I got to heal my trauma, if I got to heal why this person did this to me and they trigger me, if I got to heal my anger issues, if I got to heal my poverty issues, I'm going to do that. I'm going to operate in stewardship. I'm going to operate in obedience because I want to see as a daughter of God what God has in store for me, not what nobody else or nothing else or anything else has for me, but what God has for me. And that's why you asked for this. And that's why you had to go through that purification. That's why you had to go through that release, because this is something you asked for. And when we ask for things, sometimes God switches things up in order for that to apply the things that we ask for. Okay, I'm coming. It came?
Yeah.
All right. I told him I'm coming.
I'm done with the chicken in the pot. I don't like the seafood salad. I don't know.
Don't mess that up now. You know what
I messed it up.
Bring me a little bit of it. I'm coming. Yeah, look at this. You have this opportunity and you have this illumination coming in. Look. You was open to the change. Whoever you are, you was open to whatever God had to change. Like you was enlightened and open to whatever God wanted to change. A lot of people don't want to do that. You know how many people out here that don't want to change? People out here who don't want to elevate. People out here who don't want to grow. People out here that say they love themselves, but they really don't love themselves. There's a lot of people out here that don't want to, and they just keep on knucking and pushing it through. Yeah, very nice. Mom texting me. Can mommy come over? Sure she can. As long as she don't disrupt my flow. The minute she disrupt my flow, come get her. Because I can't do it. Alright. I love you guys. I gotta go. I gotta make my dinner for my children. Okay. You seen Joe Jackson. If y'all would have seen how Joe Jackson came up in the room just now, she was like, Mom, the food here. Because we get our food delivered. She said, the food is here, Mom. Because I was like, I'm going to go and get on live while we waiting for the food to come. Child, when I shop in a grocery store, I spend too much money in a grocery store. When you shop online, you spend exactly what you need. Make sure you guys check out my spiritual warfare class. It's next Saturday and Sunday. If you can't make it, you can only make one day and not the other. You can do the replay. You will get a video replay. If you are interested in joining us in person and our Divine Leadership event is in Miami, October the 10th. And then I have an event December the 12th in Atlanta. Okay. So please check those out. The information to those is in my website. I also put 2 blog posts for you guys on there yesterday. The first blog post is how to tell the difference between a malevolent spirit, okay, a malevolent and trickster spirit from an angelic spirit. So I gave you that on there as well too. And then if you are in service and you do service work or you see clients, how to prevent yourself not to feel drained and actually work and operate from your oversoul. So I put them 2 on my blogs as well too. I love you guys. If y'all don't see me as much this week, it's because I got a lot going on. I got a lot of classes coming up and stuff that I need to prepare for. Please make sure you drop some love, some white hearts on my blog. I really appreciate it. The link is in the bio in the link tree. If you click the link tree in the bio, you will see that. I appreciate all of your gifts and your love, okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I had something to do before you go. Oh yeah, it was the shift the timelines. How many of you guys want to shift the timeline? You want the link for the classroom? Oh, if you signed up for the spiritual warfare class, I always send my links the day before we start. Yeah, let's do our shift our timeline. My daughter can give me 10 more minutes. It's still early. All right, so let's do our shift in our timelines and things of that sort. So I want you to think about the timeline that you could be on. If you're in a divine timeline, but maybe you want to get on an accelerated timeline, maybe you want things to actually move. Okay. Yes, I have online classes and in person. Both. They're both. Okay. I have both. I see your message, Ty. Okay, if I don't respond to any text messages, I will tomorrow. I'm trying to not respond to clients on the weekends or friends on the weekends to just clear my mind. So I will respond to everybody on Monday. Yeah, I have online, my academy program is online. Okay, and then I'm doing in-person seminars and workshops in person. That's what I'm doing my fundraiser for the in-person stuff. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to do a timeline thing here. Are you guys ready? Let's reset our energy. That was amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Ingrid. I appreciate your donation. May it be returned back to you tenfold, sister. Okay. All right, y'all ready? Bum, 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 bum. Okay. So you're going to sit upright if you can. Get your feet on the ground. This is only going to take a few minutes. Okay. If you want to do it longer, you can do it longer, but I'm just going to guide you how to actually do it. You're going to put your feet on the ground. Okay. And I would advise, if you can, to do this every morning so you can collapse out of karmic timelines, okay? I always try to get you to self-help, close the timelines out, collapse them, close out contracts, things of that sort. So you're going to put your your feet on the floor. You're going to visualize a little bit your feet being rooted and planted in Mother Earth or Mother Nature, okay? I want you to take your left hand over your heart, and your right hand over your root chakra. Your left hand over your heart, right hand over your root chakra. Right hand is masculine energy, left hand is feminine energy. Your left side is your feminine energy, put it over your heart. Your right side is your masculine energy, put it over your root chakra. Okay? I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes, and when you close your eyes, I want you to see yourself upon your golden throne. Visualize your golden throne. Everybody should have a vision of what their throne look like, your throne seat look like, and what your crown look like. I want you to breathe in, breathe out. And I want you to feel your oversoul and what your oversoul feels like. Your root chakra is right below your belly button, sister. Okay? Now I want you to acknowledge the timeline that you're on. We spoke today about the timelines of being on a karmic timeline. We spoke about a shadow timeline. We spoke about a timeline of in between, a chosen timeline. We spoke about a divine timeline, and we spoke about an accelerated timeline. So if you're in a divine timeline, I want you to think about you shifting into an accelerated timeline. If you're in a karmic or shadow timeline, I want you to collapse that timeline and think about you being on a destined timeline. So think about the timeline that you're on. I got mine. And you're going to see it like kind of like a layer. Like you're going to visualize a layer. And then the layer that above that is the layer that you want to get on. That's the layer you want to go to the next layer. So I got my divine timeline. I want to layer up to the accelerated timeline. So visualize the timeline that you're on now. I see it. And then you're going to jump to the accelerated timeline or divine timeline, whichever one you're jumping to. I'm jumping to the accelerated one. And when you jump to the accelerated timeline, I really want you to think across your mind what that actually look like. What does accelerated timeline look for you? Is it an overflow of customers, an overflow of clients? Is it an overflow of bank account, an overflow of family, an overflow of being able to go vacation, your dreams, your desires, your mission? Maybe you're helping people all around the world. What does that accelerated look like? What does that timeline look? Accelerated timeline is an overflow timeline. So again, we're going from one. Already the timeline that I was on, I seen it disappear. You should see the timeline that you was on. If you're doing this right, you will see it disappear. It's almost like you don't see it no more. It's going. And now I'm on the timeline that I want to get on. And then after you get on that timeline, I want you to, we're going to take 2 minutes. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and I want you to really, really visualize through your thoughts what that timeline looks like for you. If you're going to a destiny timeline or if you're going to a divine timeline, maybe you want to step into your calling, you want to step into your destiny. If you want to collapse out shadow, dark magic, karmic timeline, we're closing the door on that. So take 2 minutes and visualize what your new timeline looks like. Now, after you finish that, you finish visualize your timeline. What I want you to do now is to anchor in the timeline. So how you're going to anchor in this timeline is that you are going to visualize your will. It could be a destiny wheel. It could be just something that has a cross there, whatever you are on your timeline. It could say wealth, it could say destiny, it could say whatever it is that you want on that wheel. I would suggest you put either destiny or wealth, however you want to put on your wheel. This is your destiny wheel, and you're going to spin it and you're going to anchor it in that new timeline that you just jumped in on. So I'm on my new timeline. I'm seeing the vision of my new timeline. It's in an overflow. Now I want to anchor that in. And I want to anchor that in by spinning it on this wheel, this destiny wheel. Spinning it into emotion, spinning it into visualization of emotion. And then after you finish, you're going to thank the Most High God. I like to thank Archangel Metatron because that's who I work with. And Archangel Metatron works with timelines. So you could thank your angels, Most High God, your spirit team, your ancestors who supported you in jumping into this new timeline. You could just do God if you just want to do God, that's fine. And that's it. It's that simple. Thank you. It's that simple. And if you want to go deeper, you can say, seal my timeline. Archangel Michael, guard my gates. And my angels and stuff, burn away all regressions, stagnations, and blocks. I am locked in divine acceleration now. And then you're going to take a deep breath. You're going to take a deep breath. And you're going to anchor yourself into your new timeline. And when you anchor yourself into your new timeline, you're going to shift the way you move. So however you've seen your new timeline looking, that's what you need to do. So like for me, let me see if I can give y'all one thing. I see traveling, right? I want to travel and I want to speak. I want to teach. I want to do my workshops, right? So I see myself doing that. So what I have to do in order to put it into motion, okay, let me do my lineup. Let me start prepping and planning where I want to go at, where I want to travel at. That's how you step into your destiny. That's how you step into your calling. You don't just really, like, it's not that you just wait for things to fall out of the sky. You're actually putting the action behind what it is that you're actually visualizing. And then before you know it, you're going to see it actually come to fruition. Like, I remember one of the ladies from my group, my public speaking group, I heard her speak. I was like, she gonna speak at my event. And I never was like, okay, at the time I didn't have 1010 portal event planned or nothing. I was like, she gonna speak at my event. I could feel it. And this was like early this year. And so I started, planning an event. And I was like, who am I going to have to speak and stuff? And I was like, oh, Letitia. I was like, I love the way she speaks and stuff like that. And she said yes to it and stuff like that, because I really didn't have the funding to pay speakers like how I wanted to. Speakers want $5,000 and up. And I was just like, I don't have a budget. I'm doing all of this from my own muscle and from my own business funding that I have myself, and I just didn't really have it like that. And so I did, but I didn't. I could have manifested it and stuff like that, but I was just like, I'm going to kind of start slow and work my way up. And so she was like, yeah, I'll do it for you and stuff like that. And the other, my other friend, the other presenters and stuff, they was like, we'll do it and stuff like that. And, my one sister, she was like, girl, as long as you just pay for my flight and ticket, I'm there, so it was just such a blessing and stuff. But I manifested that earlier this year, and I didn't realize that I had actually manifested it. So that's how it works and stuff like that. You're going to jump timelines, and then you're going to live in that actual timeline. You're going to show up who it is that you want, who you want to actually be. A lot of people be like, oh, dress and carry yourself and be the way, who you want to be and stuff like that. But everybody all knows that it takes a certain level of finances. I'm just being honest with you, and I'm a realist person, right? So I always tell people to operate in the emotions and the mental mindset, and then that will reflect into your physical. Gradually, it will start to come in. It may come in rapid and fast. It may come in slow and steady. I like slow and steady because I know that's from God. Sometimes when you get things too fast, it could come from the enemy and stuff like that. When a man come in and he moving so fast, he want to sleep with you so fast, that's a sign that he could be from the enemy. Okay? So yes. So I love you guys so much. I'm gonna go cook for my children now. I'm sure, Joe Jackson gonna come in here and knock on the door pretty soon. She gonna come in here and knock on the door pretty soon. All right. Do anybody have any questions? I thank you again so much for your gifts. Okay. Thank you so much. She gonna come in. Mom, get offline. All right. I love y'all. I'm going to repost this on YouTube in case if you want to do the replay. Okay. All right. Talk to y'all later. Oh, and if you can do a survey on my link tree, I have a survey. So if you guys can do the survey for me in regards to my brand direction and stuff, I would really appreciate that. Okay. It's only going to take 2 minutes. It's like 3-4 questions. I would greatly appreciate that. All right. Love y'all. And I will see y'all later. Bye. Enjoy y'all Sunday. Bye.